Hello and welcome back to Old Soul Podcast. My name is Bree, that's spelled B-R-E-I. Thank you so much. Today's film commentary / review is about the film The Princess Diaries. It was released in the year 2001 with a rating of G, and it is an hour and 55 minutes in terms of runtime. And the director of this film is Garry Marshall. So our main character, Mia, is a 15-year-old teenager who is navigating her life as a teenager in high school who is bullied profusely, judged because she has really big curly hair and glasses, and she's awkward and she's clumsy. She has a friend named Lily who is outspoken and really determined to change the world, although sometimes she can come across as harsh and even a little bit jealous, which becomes something that, is bigger in their friendship later. And Mia has her mom, who is a single mom because Mia's father wasn't really in her life and he had recently passed away. And even with him not being in her life, there's still that void of having a missing parent and then finding out that maybe you can't even rekindle that situation because they're no longer alive. I'm sure she was dealing with a lot internally. But the overall plot of the story is that Mia finds out that she is a princess. And nothing about it is easy or smooth or elegant. It's sort of just like a phone call comes from her grandmother, the queen, and she's just kind of like, we don't really talk to her. Why is she reaching out now? Blah, blah, blah. And she just shows up, and basically the secret is revealed that she is a princess. And then later, the whole world knows, which makes it even more difficult for Mia. And she is really apprehensive about it and definitely rejecting it in the beginning. But her mom and her grandmother, the queen, and her come to sort of this compromise that she'll give it a chance and decide if she officially wants to be a princess by this certain time frame. And during the in-between, leading up to that time frame, Mia is basically given like etiquette princess lessons, and she gets a makeover, which is like this iconic scene that everyone knows about. And I do want to say that I think Mia is, although shy and timid, very kind and very smart. And when she is in her own element, like rock climbing or doing art with her mother, she is truly herself. Or when she's talking about her car that she really loves but has a lot of issues. It's lovely to see that version of Mia. And I do think that, when she gets her hair straightened and she gets contacts and she looks more like a princess probably would look, I do think that the Mia before is just as amazing as the Mia that she becomes. And I think that this film does have a strong feeling of coming of age and growing into sort of this out of the world situation, unbelievable situation, really. And that's sort of the beauty. And of course, watching this film now as a 27-year-old woman, there's a lot of things that I remembered and things that I didn't remember, and it just felt super nostalgic. I think in between these like etiquette lessons and figuring out who she is and if she really wants to be the princess, there's a lot of obstacles of getting to know her grandmother outside of Genovia and royalty, and getting to know herself outside of who they want her to become, and rekindling, well, I guess it's not rekindling, but sort of connecting to her father in a way through his writing, a journal her mother gives her, going through the issues with her friendship and how to sort of keep that blooming and blossoming, and dealing with those bullies who were really harsh to her and finally standing up to them at some point in the film, which is a really good moment. Having her first crush be a major disappointment, and then having another crush that is not a disappointment, and realizing the value in those things while having her first foot popping kiss, classic, and ultimately just staying true to herself while we have an incredible soundtrack and some really good, vocal numbers in there. And I just really enjoyed watching the film again. And of course, there's a sequel to this, and I think they're going to make another movie here soon. I think it's been like actually confirmed. But yeah, I think that if you're looking for a film that is lighthearted and fun and just sort of like a YA, a little bit of a romance, then you definitely should go rewatch, or for the first time, go watch The Princess Diaries. So I'm going to go into my quote segment and then I'll see you later. Michael. Why me? Mia. Because you saw me when I was invisible. Mia. Okay. You know what? I don't feel protected. You try living for 15 years thinking that you're one person, and then in 5 minutes you find out you're a princess. Just in case I wasn't enough of a freak already, let's add a tiara. Thank you, and see ya.